You are such a lucky person to be able to get married to a great guy like Ben. Handsome, top university graduate, working at a big company, and even has a nice heart. You better be thanking him every single day.
Hi, Hannah. How are you? Of course, I appreciate your brother. He works very hard for me.
Right? So it will be your job to take care of the baby, okay? Don't you dare make Ben do it.
What? Why?
I get a lot of messages from him lately, asking me how to take care of a baby and how to change diapers. I never met a guy who really wants to help this much. I am so proud of him. But you know what? As an older sister, I don't want him to do too much because he has you, who just lay around the house and do nothing all day.
What? Do nothing all day?
It's true, right? You're just a housewife that relies on Ben's paycheck. He earns money working, so it's your job to do household chores, okay? Understood?
Don't worry, I won't make him do everything inside the house, but I want to raise the baby with Ben because it's our treasure.
Are you serious? Don't you understand that you won't be able to live like this if it wasn't Ben?
Excuse me?
To be honest, you are not the same level as him. Know your place and shut up. And just focus on doing household chores. And you better raise the child by yourself.
Why? It's my dream to raise the baby with him.
You better do what I say.
1 month later.
Natalie, you ignored what I said, didn't you? You're making Ben take care of the baby and decide to go on a vacation? Are you kidding me? He's not a babysitter.
What?
I can't believe that you were this selfish. You also made him take a paternity leave? Are you serious?
Wait, what do you mean I'm on a vacation? Paternity leave?
Oh, you better not lie to me. Ben is at home looking very tired because he's taking care of the baby all day. I saw it with my own eyes.
You met him?
Yes. I had to do something nearby his house, so I stopped by. He came at the door looking like shit and told me that you were on vacation. I'm so pissed at you!
What do you mean he's taking care of the baby?
Are you this stupid? Okay, first of all, why didn't you tell me when the baby was born? Also, I'm surprised at the fact that you are already making Ben take care of everything. Well, I never met someone so irresponsible before in my life.
I'm sorry, but please understand that I'm not on a vacation.
Are you going to lie to me again? Okay, you know what? I want you to divorce Ben.
No! Why? I'm not lying to you, Hannah. The baby is not born yet.
What?
Can you just hear my side of the story? I'm at my parents' house now, preparing to give birth. The baby is due next month.
At the parents' house? Due next month? What do you mean?
I want to ask you the same question. Why is this considered a vacation? Wait, whose baby was Ben taking care of then?
Hold on. I'm so confused right now.
Me too. I will ask him. Hi, Ben. Whose baby are you taking care of now? Ours is not born yet.
What are you talking about?
Well, Hannah told me that you were taking care of a baby when she visited you.
Oh, about that, well, there's a situation.
What situation? You said it's our baby and even said that I'm on a vacation, right? Is there a reason to lie to her?
Sorry, Natalie, I needed to take care of my boss's baby. It was an emergency.
The boss's?
Yeah, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to bother you, so that's why I took care of the baby by myself. And that's when Hannah came to visit me, but I was tired to explain, so that's why I said something like that. I apologize for that.
First of all, why are we the one taking care of the boss's baby?
Oh, about that, my boss needed to go on an urgent business trip and his wife is not feeling well after giving birth, so she is at the hospital now, so that's why.
doesn't make any sense to me. Because wouldn't the baby be taken care of at the hospital also? Or maybe the parents?
Oh, there were no beds left, and seems like the parents live very far. Also, I thought it would be a good experience for me since ours is going to be born next month, right?
Huh. I see. But something smells fishy.
What do you mean?
Hannah told me that you took a paternity leave. Why? If everything you told me is true, I don't think you needed to do that. Taking a few vacation days off makes sense, but paternity leave? Wait, how were you able to take a paternity leave for this reason?
My boss told me that he felt bad for taking away my vacation days, so he secretly made it paternity leave.
Secretly, huh?
I know that you're suspicious, but please trust me. There's no way that I'll betray you. I've never lied in my life.
Hi Ben, it's Hannah. You looked like shit yesterday, but seems like you recovered to be able to lie to us. Is it because I helped you take care of the baby and gave you a few hours to sleep?
Hold up, is this really Hannah?
Yes, it is. The sister who loved you since you were born. You got some damn nerve to lie to me. I'm really hurt right now.
Wait, why are you with Natalie now? She should be at her parents' house.
I'm there now. I thought that it would be easier to meet up and talk about the bullshit you told me. Boss's kid? You told me that it was Natalie and yours, and how it was born a month early, right?
About that.
You also told me that she went on a vacation after giving birth, right?
Oh.
I believed you, because I love you so much, so that's why I confronted Natalie about this. But she just told me that she's at her parents' house getting ready for birth next month. Are you serious? You don't know how I felt, do you?
Can I please explain this?
I don't trust you anymore.
Please.
I also found evidence that you were cheating, by the way. Remember that I let you sleep? You're a deep sleeper, so it was easy for me to unlock the phone because I knew your password.
What?
So the mother of the baby is the boss's wife, huh? I knew this because you're so bad at lying. The cheating began from 3 years ago and you made her pregnant. And she made you take care of the baby, right?
Oh shit.
I read everything, Ben. I also took screenshots of the conversation and took pictures of all the evidence I found that you are cheating from your room. The reason why I'm visiting Natalie is because I wanted to show her all of this.
Why are you doing this to me? If you do that, then don't you know that something bad is going to happen to me?
Yup. And?
Are you going to betray your brother who you love? If you love me, then I think you would hide everything from her.
What are you talking about? I love a sincere brother, not an asshole. I think any women will be on Natalie's side. I hate people that cheat the most. You better be ready for what is coming to you.
Thank you so much for all the evidence you showed me yesterday. I just saw a lawyer with my parents and got told that divorce will be easy. I also got told that I can get a good amount of alimony from him.
Oh, that's good to hear. Being a single mom is not so easy. So, make sure you take everything that you can from Ben, okay?
Of course. Thank you very much. To be honest, I really thought you hated me, so I'm really surprised that you did this for me. I'm so sorry for misunderstanding.
You don't need to apologize. Well, you're right about me hating you, though.
What?
I think you already know, but I love my brother a lot, so I usually hate on his girlfriend, and especially his wife, which is you. But I hate people that cheat the most, so that's why I don't care about him anymore. I apologize for being such a bitch to you, Natalie.
Oh, please don't worry about that.
Since I showed you all the evidence, I would appreciate it if you can forgive me with that. Anyways, good luck with giving birth.
Thank you. I will receive alimony and child support from him and will do my best to raise the child by myself.
Congratulations, Natalie! I heard from Hannah that you gave birth. I can't believe that our baby is finally here.
It's mine and not yours. Now that I gave birth, let's start talking about our divorce. I will raise the baby by myself. You only need to pay me alimony and child support.
Wait, what? Divorce?
Yes.
Why? I just talked to the boss's wife and we made an agreement that we will cut ties, but I'll pay child support. Don't worry. I won't let it affect our life. I will even work harder and make you both happy. So please, don't divorce me.
Sorry, but it's too late now. I can't live with you anymore. If you think we are important, then please, divorce me. All you need to do is support us by paying child support.
No, please.
I will live together with my baby here and will never go back to your place.
Why are you saying something sad? I seriously changed. I will apologize from the bottom of my heart. I also apologized to my sister and also sent an apology letter to my parents and your parents too.
Looks like you did. All my parents threw it away without reading it though.
Don't you think I did something good? I apologized to everyone, so can you give me one more chance?
I don't think that you apologized to everyone yet.
What? Who else is left?
Your company. I called them and is it true that you took a paternity leave? But the reason was because our baby was born? You lied to them, right?
I know that, and I'll definitely apologize, but I need to explain everything, which will be long, plus, what if I get fired because of this? If I get fired, I won't be able to pay child support.
Are you threatening me? What do you mean you wouldn't be able to pay child support? It's something that you need to pay.
What?
It's the law. Please remember that you cannot escape from this.
No, please.
If you have any problems, then please talk through my lawyer. If you really changed, then you should be able to pay child support and divorce me. I was able to divorce Ben, and I received a good amount of alimony from both of them and child support. My parents are very supportive of me, so I will have no problem raising the baby. Hannah still contacts me to ask if I need or ask anything about raising a baby, and she is now like my big sister. Ben, on the other hand, told the boss everything, and apologized, but got fired. Boss's wife heard that he got divorced, so she wanted him to raise the baby together since they both have nobody anymore. They started to live together, but he is having a difficult time finding a new job, so he is relying on her money. He is responsible for household chores and raising the baby, so I want to know how he looks like now. Probably shit.
Hey there, Pam. I just heard the news from Tony. Are you really going to completely renovate the second story at your family home? Tony heard about it from your mom, and he was telling me about how amazing the whole space was going to look after everything was finished. Yeah, we decided to knock down some of the walls and create a much more open feeling for the area. It should be nice. Then we were going to make some changes to the bathroom and even try and build a mini kitchen up there to make living up there easier. Wow, so you're basically going to have 2 homes inside one building, pretty much. Well, we're doing a lot of thinking about how we could make improvements to the house since my parents and I live here with his parents. But yeah, we decided basically to try and create 2 units inside of the one house. That's amazing! I bet that it's going to turn out just super. And I just know that the second floor is going to get some amazing natural light, especially if you're going for an open floor plan. And with some plumbing going on up there as well, it's just going to be the perfect living space. Wow, I would say that you're much more excited about the renovations than some of us here at home are. But it is really fun, I will say. We're going to go to the hardware store and think about paints for the walls. Oh, I bet it's fun. I used to love making my own house on computer games when I was younger. It's so nice just getting to make a space all your own. And just make sure you don't get too carried away and go for some crazy design you'll regret later. I mean, especially since you're just the daughter-in-law living there, you wouldn't want to ruin the house for your in-laws, right? So just make sure you're not running off with your own design ideas and not listening to anyone else's opinion on the matter. Sorry, I don't think I'm quite following you there. What do you mean by that? Well, you're going to be destroying my room in that house, right? You do realize that I grew up in the house, too. I'm sure that my parents have a lot of important memories in the second floor, and I just hope you're being sensitive to their wishes with this. Ah, okay, I think I understand. Well, if you're wondering if I've asked them if it's okay to go ahead with this, they've said yes. I see. But I bet that you're going to put all this money into renovating the second floor and then just keep it all to yourself, aren't you? I hope that you're at least spreading some of the love to my parents, too. I'm sorry, but I still really am not sure what you're talking about with that. Okay, well, you said that you were going to have running water and plumbing installed on the second floor, right? Well, I just hope that that isn't going to affect the first floor in any way. I'm really not sure at all what you're asking. We're working with a team of professionals who aren't going to let one half of the house go without water. Besides, the pipes on the first floor were all replaced about 5 years ago, so there shouldn't be any issues. It was when your mom was making some changes to the kitchen at the house back then. And you really think that the pipes haven't gone at all bad in the last 5 years? That means they've been there since before the last Olympic Games. Is that a metric that plumbers use when considering the age of pipes? I'm just saying that I hope you remember to renovate the whole house and not just the second floor. I'm sick of coming over and looking at all the old appliances on the first floor, so make sure you're changing everything. I really don't think that there's any real practical need to do any of that at all, really. Oh, and if you're going to renovate the first floor kitchen, then you might as well buy all new table and chairs as well. Just make sure that whatever you do for one area, you do for the other. And you have to remember that my parents are getting old, so make sure you do something to open up the first floor plan as well, got it? Okay, no, hold on just a second. None of that is going to be happening at all. We have a budget and a plan for what we're going to make changes to. If we add on the whole first floor, then that's basically building a new house from scratch. I appreciate your suggestions, but the renovations are going to be between my husband and I and your parents, okay? Are you really sure about that? You know that I'm only mentioning all of this because I want you to care about my parents, right? Are you really saying you don't care about them enough to do this? It has nothing to do at all with any of that. Why would you even say that? Well, it's just that my parents are going to be retiring soon, so they're only going to have their pensions to live off of. I figured the least you could do as their daughter-in-law is help fix up their house. I mean, after all, they're being kind enough to let you and my brother live there with them, right? Bianca, I know what you're trying to do, but I've already told you that we've established a plan and a budget, and we're sticking to both. Well, it sounds to me like you're going to need a new budget and a new plan, so hop to it. If you fix up the whole house, it'd be cheaper than doing things one at a time as you need them. And I don't want to hear any excuses about money. It's not like either of you even pay rent there. I know you're both loaded. Hey, Adam, are you there? I think we might need to pause all the construction and go back to the drawing board.
Go back to the drawing board? Pam, why in the world would you want to do that? We just picked out the colors that we're gonna paint the walls.
I know, but I was just talking to your sister, Bianca. I told her about how we were fixing up the second floor of the house, and she told me that we needed to think more about your parents.
Just what is that supposed to mean?
Well, she basically said that anything we were doing for the second floor, we should also do for the first floor as a gift to your mom and dad.
But if we were to redo the entire first and second floor, then we might as well just be building a whole new house. Besides, we already figured out the budget for this and everything.
That's what I tried to tell her, but she insisted that we were doing it all wrong. She said that our budget was too small and didn't take into consideration your parents.
I don't know what she means by that, because our parents already agreed to let us do what we're doing. But I think I might know what's going on here. I think that my parents are trying to use Bianca to get to us.
Get to us? What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
I never actually mentioned any of this to you because I didn't think it'd really come up, but my dad has really started complaining about the house a lot. He's gone off on me about how cold he thinks the toilet is, how bad the insulation is in the house, and has a comment for every little thing around here.
Oh, really? I had no idea about any of that at all.
Well, it's true, and I do my best to try and listen to what he has to say, but I think he thought it might be more effective to get Bianca on his side.
And that's why you think she was telling us to totally renovate the first floor as well? But does this mean that we'll have to renegotiate this whole thing with your parents then? Besides, it's not like your dad doesn't have money. If he wants to change things, he has the means to do it.
I know they have money, but they certainly don't even have enough for the kind of changes that my dad would like to see around here. Well, I'm sure he would love it if we paid for someone to fix up the first floor.
But then what are we going to do about all of this?
Well, I don't know what we can do. My parents are already swimming in debt. They have some from when they got the pipes replaced and when my dad bought his last car, too.
I didn't realize that they still hadn't paid those off yet, though.
Yeah, they may have had some savings once, but not anymore. I think this is partially why my dad hasn't come to us directly about this, though. I think he was probably hoping that we'd come to him offering to do all the renovations that he'd want to see.
But what are we going to do? We've already laid so much groundwork for this.
Well, I don't really know what we can do now. If this is really happening, then we really may as well just go and construct a whole new house.
Adam, you can't really be serious about that, can you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I also know that Bianca has interests in this as well. She's always complaining about coming back and visiting the house since it's out in the country. And since she knows the house is going to go to one of us, she'd probably love it if you and I paid to make it all brand new in the chance that she gets it.
Well, I guess that all makes some sense. But even so, we just don't have the budget to make those sorts of changes.
Yeah, we do. I'll pay it all. I agreed to take responsibility for the project when we started, and I'm not going to go back on my word now.
Adam, you're really going to pay to have the entire house renovated?
That's right. I don't want you to get any more wrapped up in this nonsense than you already are, so just please let me handle this. Of course, if it's okay with you, I'd still like to be able to ask your opinion on interior design questions. You know that I don't know what I'm doing on that front. Just try and think of a first floor that Bianca would also enjoy.
Got it. Well, I promise you to do what I can. I'll try and make the best house that we can.
Thank you so much, Pam. I knew that I could count on you. I'll call the construction crew soon and talk to him about this.
Oh my gosh, this place looks amazing! This feels like a brand new house. You really went all out with this. I mean, this place looks better than I ever could have imagined it looking. Wait, Bianca, are you in the house right now? Yes, I thought I would pay a little visit to see how things are going. I heard the news from my mom and that the construction is finally complete. Well, yes, the workers did say that they were all done yesterday. Well, it seems to me like you really put some serious work into putting this all together, didn't you? I mean, the design is just so, well, like I said, it's amazing. You really do have a keen eye for this kind of stuff, I'll say that much. Oh, well, I'm very happy that you're so pleased with it. I really did try hard to come up with a nice design. Well, I think you did amazing. I mean, just being here makes me want to move in. Or rather, seeing this is part of why we're moving in. From here on out, we're going to be living here. Wait, what do you mean by that? I don't quite understand. Well, we already brought all our bags here, so my husband and I were going to move into the second floor. But hold on a second. The second floor was renovated so that Adam and I could live up there. There isn't really a spare room in the house where you and your husband could even stay here. And since when were you two thinking of moving in with all of us over here? And just what is so wrong about the daughter of a family coming back to her home to live with her parents, huh? It was fun living away in the city, but it's tough out there. Well, I get wanting a new start, but you can't just announce this all of a sudden. I mean, your parents and I had a lot of agreements that went into these designs. And one of the conditions that we all agreed to when doing this was that you wouldn't be coming back to live here. And just why am I not supposed to be allowed to come back and live with my family? My parents own the house, so if I want to come and live with them again, then I think I have more of a right to make that choice than you. You should be glad to be living with someone like me. Are you serious right now? Do you really think that you can just barge in here and announce that this place is yours? It's always been mine. Besides, we've already brought all our bags and belongings, so it's a bit late to do anything about this now. I don't even know what to say to that. Why would you pack all your things up and bring them here? I told you, it's because I wanted to come back and live with my parents again. I know that they must be getting sick of living with you and Adam. And now that I'm wanting to move back, there's really no need for either of you to even be here in the first place. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed to have me back. Bianca, I really don't know how else to say this to you, but that is not how things are going to work. Adam told me when we got married that we would be living with my parents, but that he would make sure that I never had to suffer because of it. So I really don't think that he's going to agree to just pack up our things and leave after fixing up the home like this. And just who do you think you are to talk to me about my brother? I know him much better than you, and I know how to make him go along with what I want. Besides, don't you know that I'm the elder sibling? He has to obey me because what I say goes. I don't even get why you'd want to move here with your parents. Can you go and live with your husband's parents instead? You can't just show up here and declare that you're kicking Adam and I out of our living space. Well, it kind of sounds to me like I just did, didn't I? And you have no right at all to be disagreeing with me. I've had to put up with Adam since he was little, and now I'm finally going to be taking what is rightfully mine. I'm trying to tell you that it's not going to work that way. You can't just show up and announce that you're living here. Besides, you never ever wanted to come here and live before Adam and I put all the money into the house, so what changed? Can you please just shut up and move out already? How many questions are you going to ask me? Why can't you understand that you've lost and now you've got to leave? You know what? Fine. If this is how you want it, then so be it. Finally! I thought I would never get rid of you. I was worried I'd have to get my mom involved, but I'm happy now that you're just giving it all up. I'm sure my parents and my husband and I will all enjoy living for free in the house that you spent the last several months renovating. Oh, don't you worry about us. After all, it's your parents who are paying for everything. Anyways, I've got to go. Wait! What do you mean that it's my parents who are going to be paying for all of this? I'm sorry, but I've got to get a hold of your brother and the real estate agent. I'll also have to extend the lease on the place we were staying in during the construction. No, wait! I'm trying to ask you a question here. What do you mean about my parents having to pay? I thought that you two paid for everything. Well, yes, we were going to pay for everything that we'd done. Then Adam agreed that he'd pay for it all instead. The loan for the construction and everything was, however, taken out in your dad's name. Why in the world would my dad agree to do something like that? Well, at first we were just going to pay for the whole project in one lump payment. But when it expanded to the first floor, we knew we'd need to take out a loan. So your parents and Adam and I went to the bank, and the bank suggested bundling the loan into the rest of your dad's debt. What do you mean, my dad's debt? I didn't know that my dad had any debt. Well, yes, he does. He has it from when he did his own renovations 5 years ago and when he bought his new car. But he still has debt from doing all of that? That's right. But the banker said that it would be more economic to bundle the home loan in with the rest of his debts in a kind of refinancing plan. And so your dad agreed to it, thinking that it would be Adam who gave him the money to pay back the debt. But I don't understand. Why would he do something like this? Well, that's the thing. Your dad still wasn't keeping up with his own debts, so in the end, Adam agreed to take on all the debt as it became too much for your father. I tried explaining some of the risks that this could come with to your dad, but he wasn't really listening at all. But then, if you two are in charge of the payments, and you two just stop paying, then what's going to happen to all that stuff like the car and the house? I imagine you all are about to find out soon enough, actually. After that, I heard from my husband that Bianca reached out to him and was furious about what was happening. I told him I expected that much to happen after all this. Apparently, the bank had sent a notice to the house explaining that if the payments were not continued, they would be seizing the house and the car. Adam's parents only slowly realizing the consequences of their earlier actions. Adam was already upset at them for acting as if they had no idea about any of this. Bianca, however, was even more upset and raged on about how it was unfair that Adam and I were the only ones left unscathed from all of this. Adam agreed to re-sign over the rights to the house and car so that Bianca and his parents could continue their repayments on the loans, but it was only in exchange for the money that Adam and I had already invested in both of those. With little other choice but to agree, Adam's parents, along with Bianca and her husband, are all living together and working hard to come up with the money to pay off these loans. Adam's lawyer said that it wasn't impossible, but that it would take about 30 years for the four of them to do it all. By then, Adam's parents would be in their 90s. Adam and I were sad about how things had to turn out with his parents and sister. But we blocked them on any kind of social media and used the money we got from them to move to a different city where we wouldn't have to deal with them. We found a decent plot of land with a nice starter home on it and began yet another round of renovations. This time, however, we were only following our own blueprints and nobody else's. It may have taken a long time, but I'm excited to finally have my dream house with the man I love. We've more or less lost all contact with the rest of Adam's direct family, but we'll still hear rumors about them coming from distant relatives and the like. Apparently, the four of them decided to sell Adam's dad's new car for a much older model that they could actually afford. They were doing all they could to cut back on costs and escape their debt. I only hope that this experience can at least teach Bianca and her husband a lesson about having respect for others' hard work and not acting so entitled without the authority to back it up. In the meantime, however, Adam and I will still be working on making our dream house a reality as we work hard to follow our plans and stay within budget.